Welcome! You did it! This is our series of 1-octave scales. If you're in your first year of playing, this is where you definitely want to start. We also have a series for 2-octave scales once you're ready for shifting around the instrument. But for now, we're just going to go over some of the basics to make sure we know where all these notes are. The first scale that we're going to learn is called C major. The notes you need to know for the C major scale are C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Those 8 notes make up the C major scale. So you have to know where is F, not F sharp. You also have to know where is C, not C sharp. And also for this scale, if you really just started, you might only know the notes on the D and the A string. Well, for this scale, we're also going to move down and play on the lower strings. We're going to show 2 examples of this particular scale. Are you ready?
Yeah.
You are? Fantastic. So the first example we're going to show uses most of the notes that most people learn when they begin. But this one may be new. So we're going to start on open G and put your first finger down, then your third finger down. Now here is 4th finger. That note is C. Then we have open D. Then we have first finger E. Now here comes F. For lots of people, when they're just starting out on their instruments, they start with F sharp. So if you're not sure where F is, that is using your second finger on the D string. It's going to be right next to your first finger. Hey buddy, hey friend. Then we go all the way up to 4th finger G. We have a big space there between F and then all the way up to G. F sharp is in between it. Okay, after G, we have open A, first finger B, and then second finger C. Same thing, not third finger C sharp, second finger C. Also, it doesn't matter how old you are. If you're starting these instruments, a lot of cellists do this when they go to the A string. Wah, 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 wah. And the elbow falls down and touches the ribs. We do not want that. Keep the elbow at a nice angle so you're open. Things to check on. Is that peg behind your left ear? Do you have space between the neck of the instrument and your shoulder? Because if you don't, it becomes very hard to play with good posture. Okay, quick review on those notes again. Ready? 4th finger C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And that's your 1-octave C major scale. If you'd like to review it with me, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to say the note name and then play it. And then I'll do a couple of variations just to help guide your practice. If you feel like you're comfortable with where those notes are, I highly suggest getting on a tuner and making sure your hand is falling in the correct places, because your ear might not be able to tell yet if you're actually in the right spot on the cello. So here, if you're continuing on, I'm going to say 4th finger C, go, and then we're going to play it 4 times. Ready? 4th finger C, go. Open D, ready, go. First finger E and a ready, and ow! Second finger F, hup! 4th finger G and a ready, and hey! Open A, ready, okay. First finger B, where's your elbow? Second finger C, go. Second finger C, and you're ready, and ow! First finger B, relax your hand. Open A, open, go. All fingers down for a 4th finger G. Second finger F, and you're ready, and ow! First finger E, and ready, and go. Open D, and almost done. 4th finger C, and and ready and go. Next variation, we're going to take out the rests. We're going to play up and back, but we're still going to play it 4 times per note. Ready? I am! Terrific! Me too! Here we go. 1, 2, 4 times. Open D. First finger E. Second finger F. Fourth finger G. Open A. First finger B. Here comes C. C again. First finger B. Open A. Here's G. Second finger F. First finger E. Open D. Fourth finger C. 3 times per note. 1, 2, 3, 3 times, and second finger F. Good. Per note. Now it's speeding up for your left hand, so don't go to the next faster variation until you're really comfortable. You might want to do 4 and 3 times per note a few times just to make sure your fingers are landing with the correct fingers and that those fingers are landing precisely on the fingerboard. Ha! But if you're ready, here comes 2 times per note. Ready, set, twice per note. Second finger C. Good. Once per note and ready and ow! All right, nice job. Now, I said we'd learn 2 versions of this, so if you stuck around all the way to the 7.5 minute mark, here is another octave, and it teaches you notes on the C string. Now, many people in their first year don't cover these lower strings, so this is extra bonus if you're just super excited about learning where notes are on your cello. So we're going to start by playing the thickest string, which is your open C. Then if you put your first finger on the C string, that note is D. And if you put your third finger down on the C string, that note is E. If you put your pinky down on the C string, that note is F. Now look at my elbow and my hand. Notice how I'm on the tips of my fingers. That's because my arm has come slightly forward so I can reach all the way across the cello. And if you don't know who I am, I'm a relatively large human with large hands. And if I need to make sure my arm is forward so I can reach, and if you're not 6'2" and built like an orangutan, then you probably also have to make sure that your elbow is forward so you can reach on the tips of your fingers. All right, after fourth finger F comes open G. If you put your first finger down, that note becomes A. If you put your third finger down, that note becomes B. And then you know this one, fourth finger C. That's just a little extra bonus for you. If you're trying to figure out notes on the G and the C string, that's where they are. You can review and do the exact same exercise we did for the first scale that we played. Well, nice job to everyone who made it through the video. Once you've learned the scale, here's the good news. You get to practice it forever. It's something I still practice here after having played the cello for 31 years. C major scale, it's a scale I practice every day. So happy practicing, enjoy going through the video again, and remember, if you practice every day, by the end of the year, you'll be taller.